What's up, Love Livers? It's finally time to go over for the fourth poll for Aqours as voted by you guys. If you still haven't had a chance to vote in the Muse or the Nijigaku poll, those are currently up. I'll keep the Nijigaku poll up for a little bit longer before I close it. In this poll, I had my viewers rate all of the Aqours girls from 1 through 9, which 1 being the best girl. As a disclaimer, this poll has 990 votes. It's not an official poll made or endorsed by the official staff, but this is just more of something I put together and just to see what people think about each character. So this is just a little insight, but don't take it extremely seriously. But I do think it does provide some useful insight to look and see how does each character pairs up in this group. So let's go ahead and see how each girl performed this time. In 9th place with an average of 5.75, we have Kanan Matsura. So Kanan finally hits rock bottom with last place. She has the least amount of first place with 57 votes, or about 5.8%. She also has the most amount of 8th and 9th place votes. 155 votes, or 15.57 votes, gave her last place. Part of this is due to having the second worst change since the last poll, which really killed her average. Kinda hit her peak of 7th place last time, but now she has fallen, and well, she's not Yohane, so that is not a good thing. In 8th place with an average of 5.55, we have Chika Takami. So Chika finally got out of 9th place. Whoa there, Chika fans, calm down. I know you're excited here. So Chika has the second least amount of first place votes with 70. She has the most amount of 7th place votes with 156. Chika have improved the second most since last time, so that helped her to get out of 9th place here. But is that the best placing she can get? We'll have to see in the next poll. In 7th place with an average of 5.52, we have Ruby Kurosawa. Ruby has the third least amount of first place votes, and she has the second most amount of 9th place votes. While she improved from last time, it's not that much. Her best placing ever was 5th place, but definitely Ruby's kind of been stuck in the back half of the placings. In 6th place with an average of 5.23, we have Daya Kurosawa. Like her younger sister, Daya has been stuck towards the back half. She had the third worst differential, so that hasn't helped her case either. Daya has a bit more love than Ruby, but she only has 86 votes for first place. Her least common placing is a bit less with 76. Daya has struggled to get a lot of love. In terms of last places, he's doing pretty well with only having the 4th most, so that doesn't kill her average too much. Her most common place is 4th place, but the lack amount of votes in the top 3 really hurts her ranking. In 5th place with an average of 4.99, we have Riko Sakurachi. So Riko just slides under that 5.00 average. She had the smallest change from last time as well. Her most common placing is 2nd with 156 votes, which is only 2 less than the most for 2nd place. Riko does tend to have more votes in either the top or bottom, so a little bit more of a polarizing character, but we'll get to why in the demographics why that happens. In 4th place with an average of 4.6545, we have Yo Watanabe. So Yo gets the most improved award from the last poll, and by a long shot too. Yo gets another 4th place, which isn't her highest, but she just barely lost the 2nd and 3rd, as we'll see soon enough. She has the least amount of last places with 66 votes, or just 6.7% of votes. Her most common placing is 1st with 161, which is the 2nd most overall. Though she has a lesser amount of 2nd place votes and a good amount of 8th place votes, she still did pretty well overall. In 3rd place with an average of 4.6495, we have Hanamaru Kunikita. Hanamaru barely beats Yo to get 3 third places in a row. The Zittermeister has the most common placing is 2nd place with 137 votes. Her least common placing is 8th with 68. Beyond that, she has a strong concentration of votes in the top 5 places, which helped her to get 3rd place overall. In 2nd place with an average of 4.64364, we have Mari Ohara. So Mari barely beats Hanamaru to get her 3rd 2nd place in a row. Mari has the most 3rd place votes with 188. Her least common placing is 9th with only 67 votes, which is just 1 more than Yo's. Mari does have a lack of 1st place votes though with 92. That certainly hurt her chances of contesting 1st place, and she also almost got 4th place because of her lack of 1st place vote. Mari's strength lies in the lack of 7th and 9th place votes though, so that helped her to end up getting 2nd place. But who did she lose to?
The winner of the 4th Aqours poll goes to the idol who captured the most hearts. It goes to the girl who won with style, pizzazz, talent, and gimmicks. Prize goes to none other than the stylish and fallen angel, Yohane!
Yoshiko or Yohane Tsushima wins with an average of a 4.01. Can't say I'm shocked though. The top 3 places have not changed in the last 3 polls. Now Yoshiko did do a bit worse here compared to last time, but she wasn't even threatened by Mari by any reasonable margin here. Yoshiko has the most first place votes with 217, or about 22% of votes. She also had the most second place votes with 158. In fact, 50.5% of voters gave Yoshiko a first, second, or third place. That is true dominance right there. So now, let's go ahead and look at the demographics of the viewers. I have asked for gender, age group, and country, just as normal. The ones I highlighted in red is the worst average in that sector, while bronze is going to be third, silver is going to be second, and gold is for first. Save you some time. Yes, Yoshiko wins in every single section, but it does vary by how much she wins. So let's go ahead and hit gender. So here is the gender distribution here. So as we can see, there are more females here and then males. So for males, of course, Yoshiko wins, but second goes to Yo, and then third goes to Riko. Ruby takes last place for males. For females, second goes to Mari, and third goes to Hanamaru. Last goes to Kana. And overall, it follows the trend pretty well. So overall, looking at the trends here, males don't tend to like Ruby as much, but females do. The opposite is true for Riko. Riko is loved by males, but females don't care for her as much. Now let's take a look at countries. So there are of course a lot of countries. Of course most people are from USA, which makes sense. But we have a lot of countries here, so you know, maybe you can go shout out for all your other people that are in that country. So let's take a look and see the country distribution here. So I'm going to be doing US males and females, and then Europe and Asia. So for US males, this is the section where Yoshiko actually gets her best average with a 3.69 here. Nice. So Mari gets second and Riko gets third. Hanamaru overall does not do that well here though. For US females, of course Yoshiko wins, but then we have Mari and then Hanamaru. Dai does a bit better than usual, but Yo does a bit worse here. Now let's take a look at all European countries. We have Yoshiko, Hanamaru, and then Mari. Here, Ruby does the worst. Yo does suffer a bit here and kinda does a bit better than her average suggests. And then for Asia, it goes to Yoshiko, then Yo, and then Hanamaru. And actually, last place goes to Chika here, so Asians don't seem to like Chika as much here. We also have Ruby, and kind of do a bit better than they have done compared to the actual standard average here. So Asians like them a little bit more. And then Mari is not as favored by Asians here, as her average is a bit lower than her actual average. Now let's take a look at the age groups here. So we're going to have a bunch of varying ages here. So I'm going to start with the 10 to 14 year olds. So for the younger watchers, we have Yoshiko winning, then we have Hanamaru, and then we have Mari. So this is the best section for Hanamaru overall here. We have Mari doing pretty well, which makes sense because Mari is a bit of more of a jokester, kind of with all their jokes and stuff. So that generally appeals to the younger age demographic. So that makes sense. We actually have Ruby doing better than normal for her average, and then we have Riko and Chika suffering a bit. So they're not as favored by the younger age group here. Next up, we have the dominant age group, which is 15 to 20 year olds. Makes sense. That's where anime watchers tend to be in that age group. And we have Yoshiko getting first, and Yo getting second, and Mari getting third, and then Ruby getting last. This follows the trend pretty well because that is where most of my voters are in this age group, so it makes sense to follow the trend here. Now we have the older group, 21 and older. For the older age group, Yoshiko actually suffers a lot here, but you know, she still gets first. And then we get Riko just behind her, and then we have Hanamaru taking third, and then Kana getting last. So Daya also does a bit better here in this age group, but Yo suffers a lot for the older viewers. So surprisingly, Yoshiko doesn't do as well, but she still wins because I guess it's because it's Yoshiko. But we do see older people tend to appreciate Riko a bit more. Now for subunits, we have Guilty Kiss winning, no surprise. But then we have Azalea in the middle and Sidon losing. So Sidon loses in every single category here. Not super surprising, but Azalea and Sidon are kind of closer when it comes to what you might expect. As you might think, well, it's kind of like the Printemps Lily White kind of deal, but actually they're much closer, maybe because Guilty Kiss is just a lot more well liked. And 56% of people gave Guilty Kiss first place, and only 16% of people gave it last. So, of course, a lot of people like Guilty Kiss a lot here. Now, here's an overview of all the stats for you guys to look over. This is, of course, available on my Google Sheets as normal. So if you wish to look at them in more detail or have more time looking at it, you can go ahead and look at it. Just go into the link in the description below. As I promised, I'll list all the participants who follow the rules. So thank you to all the participants here. I do appreciate you guys spending the time going in on this, and if you share with your friends, again, vote, that's even better. I really do appreciate that a lot. And of course, I did read every single comment, and I try to pick out a handful of it here. I saw a lot of longer descriptions really supporting Hanamaru. I can't show every single one because obviously I'm not going to show love for Hanamaru here, but I do appreciate for all the comments that you guys give here, and I just love to see why you think a certain character is best for whatever reason, and so other people could see why you think, oh, Ruby's the best because of this, or Dai is the best because of this, or it's obviously gotta be Chica because she's something or whatever. But thank you guys so much for doing that. So of course, thank you to all the participants, and double thanks to all of those who gave demographics. It's really cool to see the trends amongst the groups that you guys belong to, and I'm really glad we almost got 1,000 voters, so probably next time we'll get to that sweet number of over 1,000. So of course I'll be opening up a new poll for Aqours. This will be poll number 5. So if you disagree with the rankings, let your opinion be heard and influence the polls by voting in those polls. Very simple, just go ahead and make sure you have Google account and log in, and go ahead and insert your vote for the girls, 1 being the best, 9 being the worst, and same thing for subunits, 1 being the best, 3 being the worst for the subunits. And if you want to explain it, go ahead and do it in the comments. If you want credit for your votes, make sure you put your name in that section. Make sure you take advantage of all the polls I have. I have a lot of polls going, so go ahead and visit the link in the description to find all my polls. And if you want, go ahead and please share it to your friends. I would love to have more people vote, because the more the merrier, and the better the poll will become when I release the results. Stay tuned for Nijigaku's results, as that will be coming next. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to catch you guys in another video soon.